J.D. Scott is talking about a sickness that has been bothering him for more than a year, but the physicians are still unsure of the exact nature of it. This Monday, the 43-year-old star of Property Brothers at Home and his fiancée Annalie Bell shared a long video on their Instagram account detailing Scott's health struggles over the previous 14 months. In the tearful video, Scott, who is older than Drew and Jonathan, and Bell talk about how his symptoms initially overcame them to the point where the home renovation expert believed he was close to death. His symptoms included extreme sensitivity to temperatures above 70 degrees and the need to stay in bed for days on end. Scott claims what doctors thought it was an autoimmune disease, similar to lupus following several MRIs. Instead, after months and months, his two neurologists concluded that he had 2 brain aneurysms. However, the couple discovered during a follow-up appointment with a neurosurgeon that it might really be a new pathway that had formed in his brain. The neurosurgeon said this was not unusual nor inherently dangerous. After around 6 months of tests, the HGTV personality felt like he was kind of back to square one, when the radiologist he saw next told him that he wasn't suffering from an aneurysm, even though he was 99.9% sure of this. Bell describes the arduous procedure as follows. The MRIs were quick, but every appointment with a specialist took at least a month, if not several, to get in. In the meantime, Scott was finding it difficult to engage in activities that he used to do without any problems. The couple from Las Vegas remembers a September vacation to a casino they went to celebrate Bell's 30th birthday, which they felt was too much, according to Bell. Excessive walking would aggravate the condition. The symptoms would worsen in the heat, Scott says. So my options were really restricted, but I could really do anything as long as I was in a space under my control. The Forever Home star also reports having a crawly feeling in his head. After additional testing, a neurologist concluded that this could be a side effect of a pretty rare ailment known as a nummular headache, for which Scott was taking medication. He said to me, "It is possible that you're not suffering from one thing, that it's a few things that are culminating into these symptoms." Scott explains that although the drugs he took treated the specific sensation in his mind, they had no effect on his heat sensitivity. At some point, Scott went to see Dr. Scott Jacobson, a functional medicine practitioner who practices both Western and holistic medicine. Dr. Jacobson concurred that there were probably other factors at play. Upon conducting testing, he discovered an infection that indicated Scott's body was responding as it could to an autoimmune disease, with his antibodies through the roof. Scott claims that less than a week after starting antibiotics almost a month ago and following a diet devoid of wheat, dairy, soy, gluten, and sugar, he began to feel somewhat better. Even though Scott has been able to identify medications and lifestyle modifications that will help manage his symptoms, he can't help but be overwhelmed by the emotional toll the journey has had on him. He even admits, "I was pretty sure I was dying," before holding back his tears. "I felt at times recently like I did before this all started over a year ago," Scott says, adding that it's still a process and he is by no means cured. He even admits to fans that he has felt like a bubble boy over the past year. He advises others to try every avenue if they have concerns about their own health. In addition, the October engaged pair states that a lot of people in their life that kind of faded away, maybe as a result of their uncertainty about how to bring up the topic with them. Furthermore, a lot of people, according to Bell, thought Scott's symptoms were dramatic. Many individuals are aware of how horrible things are. They have just not checked in. Bell comments, "It's felt a little lonely," and Scott responds, "It's not fun not having the friends you usually have." However, Scott notes that they are grateful for the help they have gotten from Some really good people who have checked in a lot and helped out, and they remain upbeat about the future. As he expresses to his followers, "Thank you everybody, we're making progress, plenty of exciting things to come.